Well, I know I always hit you up when I'm in need of something, but I kind of
Yeah.
need something. Pred's trying to take me down as sheriff.
He's like the mayor, though, right?
Yeah. He's contesting the legislation that basically empowers BCSO to
He's
pick out
repealing it.
5
He's
names.
not contesting it.
Or yeah, repealing it and trying to get rid of it. That lets the department pick who they would like as sheriff, or at least give nominees, right? That way, he can pick his own mayor, or pick his own sheriff, sorry, with the powers he has from the Constitution as a mayor. We believe that he's just going to pick some dumbass, could be a gang member, could be Tyler Peters, whatever, just to try and fucking tear down the BCSO.
It won't be a gang member, but because they did say that you have to be an active member of PD.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
not saying that, not like Peters won't
That's
just
it.
hire somebody.
That's the only requirement, member of
They have to be
PD.
an active member of PD.
Yep.
Yeah, but Peters could literally hire somebody into LSPD, and then that person is now an active person.
I agree.
So, I need your advice on. He is basically holding it over my head. Either we repeal it or we have like trust in him that he's gonna, just put me back in there. And from there, it's kind of like a sticky situation because he's ultimately the person that makes the decision. And I don't think if I do this, if I repeal it, I'm not gonna have any chance in hell of him picking me. But it will be somebody that we designate from the department. So what do you think is the best course of action?
Okay. You have to have someone in your department who has
5 people. I can easily.
A lot of like maybe like war experience, like a war veteran, someone who would do whatever you asked, someone who take care of this, bald perhaps. There's someone you could like take care of this for you. You know what I'm talking about? Someone with experience,
I got a war veteran, but he's not on my side right now. I think he wants to take me out. I made him go homeless.
There's got to be, listen, Bones, there's got to be somebody you could rely on. Somebody who's familiar with this kind of thing, like contract work.
Oh, I know
someone
a guy. I do know a guy.
It wouldn't blow back on you,
This guy. Oh, I know a guy.
That's option 1 right there.
Okay, what's option 2?
And no one's got to say what we're thinking out loud.
Nope.
No,
right? I know. I get what you're saying. Get your foot down here.
Just to hire someone to assassinate him would probably be the easiest way to do it.
I wouldn't do that though.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that.
I'm a rule boy.
You wouldn't. Right.
You know that. You know that I'm a rule boy and all that.
No, you were never a rule boy.
What?
No, you were never a rule boy. Did I stutter?
Well, you were like Owen was like the rule boy, like OG.
Yeah,
I was
I'm the original rule boy.
I felt like I was in my prospect stage.
Okay, whatever, man. Listen, to deal with Pred, you're not gonna like this, but the way me and Toretti dealt with Pred, we ignored him. Now I don't think that'll actually work for you this time because he's the mayor.
Yeah.
So he probably will just replace you while you're asleep, like perhaps tonight.
He can't.
Or tomorrow night.
Because the legislation.
You're gonna have to stay awake. You're gonna have to stay awake 24/7, Bones. You can't go to sleep. He'll try to replace you if you go to sleep. You're gonna need to be awake at all hours. You can fight him, legally, of course.
Owen.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Have you seen the legislation? Do you know anything about it?
No.
Dakota, can you read it out to him on how it like works?
Well, the Constitution states that the mayor can appoint their chief or their sheriff, but then Andi put in the legislation that basically says BCSO can put forward 5 names. From that list of 5, the acting mayor selects 1, and if we don't put any names forward, they can appoint someone from the department of their choosing.
Department, of their choosing, like any department, or someone from your department of their choosing.
From our department.
Who are your 5? Like people you trust that wouldn't.
Yeah, I would say my lieutenants. And myself and
How does that work? Does it come back to you? Like, are they supposed to reappoint you, or are they just taking over now and you're
They just take it over, and if they want me as like undersheriff and Cassidy as captain, or vice versa, and they want like me and him as high command, then they do that.
But you trust all of them not to like coup you.
Yeah.
You're good as long as he follows the legislation. So now your concern is if he subverts the legislation or appeals the legislation.
Well,
what's the process for?
He already has
the process for that.
It's just whether or not we trust him to put me back in place, or just try and fight our ass off to keep that legislation to save it.
I'll explain.
Dude,
the
you need to fight your ass off to keep that legislation. You do not trust Kyle Pred, man. How's that even a question?
Okay.
Holy shit.
It's not.
That guy is absolutely
But here's where I need you.
You know, he was in like a gang for like a year.
He
like,
still is in a gang.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
what
he's
gang?
just going to like exactly what Nakota said when he walked up. He's going to have his friends and whatever friends he's got hire, like I don't know, like fucking Jesus, like Mr. K, and then he's gonna Detective K will be the chief now, man. I don't know who's the current gang. You know, I don't know. I don't even keep tabs on that right now. Actually, you know what? Mr. K's alright. I've seen him recently. He drives around this like Miata. He's pretty cool, actually.
Nice.
He's gotta change his ways a little bit.
That's cool.
He might be alright. He was like he was in the business council for a little bit. I'm not sure what's happening with that with the new mayor though.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. K is cool. I'd be worried about him like potentially hiring or having his lackeys hire somebody as a cop to get the previous like you know the tick box, like Nakota said, to be a previous or active law enforcement, and then immediately making him sheriff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Would you contest the repeal?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want me to do that, or are you saying like if I were you?
You to do it.
Under what grounds, man? I don't even fucking live here half the time.
Well, you're a citizen. You're not involved with the BCSO at all. You're not hired. You're not anything like that.
You don't think he's gonna put two and two together? You don't think he's gonna be like, the guy that Bones calls his mentor?
He doesn't know that.
They won't know that you contested it because it's all private information.
Well, I won't. Why can't you guys contest it then?
I already am, but Bones. This was Bones' idea. I already
Well,
have enough signatures within the next 24 hours to do it.
Oh
well,
bada bing, bada boom.
It was just like, you know,
You just
Rhodes was like, you should have Owen do it.
Yeah. Okay. You know, actually, there are two methods here. One, you could try to ultra suck up the pred and see if he just like buys it and like lets you stay.
Bad news.
What?
People in my department wrote a warrant with shitty PC on it, or not really shitty, but weak
not
PC.
Not shitty PC. Pred committed a crime, and the only witness was the victim and someone they were on the phone with.
And they put that warrant out an hour after he got elected.
A warrant for someone like based off a civilian's word?
Yeah.
And a medical report that corroborated that the crime that they were accusing him of actually occurred.
I mean, without seeing it, that sounds like shitty PC.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't the best thing to put
eyewitness
on.
testimony and then a medical report that doesn't name Pred is kind of like shitty PC. But you know, it sounds like you really fucked yourself with that one, man.
Yeah, they kind of.
But to be honest, I don't think it would have mattered if you groveled to him. I think you can't grovel to Pred, and like
he already had his mindset.
Well, he actually would probably let you grovel to him, and then humiliate you further. It's kind of like, you know,
then fire you.
Well, it's like the Vance thing, you know, where like he'll let you come to his side and grovel at his feet, but you'll never be like accepted, you know. He'll make you grovel, and then humiliate you further by still denying you, type shit, you know.
Type shit.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Like
so there's no hope. So don't ever play into his cards.
There's no hope to grovel. No, I think groveling is like.
So give him no choice.
You'll just lose the respect of your department if you start groveling for this guy that they clearly hate. I think that's like definitely the wrong move is to grovel.
Yeah. Okay, don't grovel.
And also don't assume that he's going to be rational because he's not a rational person. He's an unhinged lunatic and always has been.
Yeah, he's not rational, but he is motivated by like power. So if you can offer him power at something, I just don't think you can if he's already got the and he's
power.
Already got complete control over you. How does the repeal process work? Does he just need to like provide an argument? Like, I mean, isn't it just like as simple as I don't want this and I can get rid of it?
Correct. Yeah, he already posted it on the docket. So the way that it works is we get a petition, 25 signatures plus, which I'll have shortly. I hand that in to Angel. She will respond on the docket that the move to repeal the legislation has been contested, and then it goes to a public vote, and then Bones needs to campaign harder than he did when he was actually running for sheriff to make sure people vote the way that we need them to.
But he just got elected.
No, that was like 5 months ago. 4 or 5 months ago.
No. Didn't
Pred barely got it?
He's
Pred's main person that was running against him got sick and campaigned, was unable to campaign, and he only beat them by 18 votes.
He's hot right now for sure, though.
Okay,
he's
I got
hot.
a question though.
He's on a heater.
Question: that vote, as I understand how the mayoral stuff works, is you decide your residence, and you vote for one of the two counties, and you vote for one of the candidates, right?
Yeah, you're
okay.
right.
in this, if this goes to a repeal vote, are people from the Blaine County only going to be able to vote, or is it going to be citywide?
It'll be everybody.
You know
it
how
won't be
cool that
possible.
would
Because if it's
be?
everybody, then everybody who voted for Nino is going to vote for Pred. By the way, so well, a lot of them, anyways,
of
a
them,
significant portion of them.
Bones got more votes than both of them when they ran.
Yeah, but that was also when people gave a shit about this city. Like that
Yeah,
was
you're not
also
wrong.
like 4 months ago when there was a lot more people living here and shit. Like Cornwood was around every day.
I
And,
could low key.
I think Bones. I truly think Bones can go to the constituents that he
Young Gav
needs
is the
to.
mayor. I just think there were more people, you know,
There
voting.
was a lot. There was a
the
lot of
young
voters.
people voted in that election for some reason.
There was a lot of like people I didn't run into ever that were like, "Yeah, I voted for you."
Yeah, there's a lot of momentum for you in that election that has been lost.
There was.
God, who's that? That fuck boy? I can't remember his actual name for the life of me.
Cassidy.
Your under sheriff. Yeah, you should make him grovel. Just so you're like, you could make him.
They're
Dude.
tying me and him together.
No. I got a brilliant. Where is he? Is he around?
Yeah.
I
Call
could
him?
pitch this to him, but
Okay,
I think
call
I got
him.
a great idea. I actually got a brilliant idea.
Okay, I'm calling.
It'll work on Pred, I think.
Okay.
Hello, Bones.
I need you to come to Mount Chiliad stat. Okay.
Anyway, I got my pitch. I think I know how to deal with Pred. I got a backup plan for you guys, and I don't think Cassie's gonna like it. And he's gonna at first, he's gonna say, "I'm not doing that. That's stupid." But if you actually hear me out, it's a brilliant plan. It's a masterful gambit, is what it is.
Can I ask you one more question before you say what it is? How long into your explanation am I going to say this is stupid? I'm not doing that.
Like 2 seconds, probably.
Okay.
You know this guy, Owen?
Cassidy needs to drop to his feet, or drop to his
Yeah.
knees, sorry, in front of Pred next time he sees him, and beg to be in his good graces. And you need to sell this really hard. And what you need to do is you have to do an always sunny bit and say you're playing both sides, so you always come out on top. That's the key. If you make that reference, I think he'll find it funny enough. He'll go with it. I'm telling you, you do
And then
this
still
bit
remove
like
them.
Mac from Always Sunny, he'll actually buy into it and do it.
You want me to do? You want me
Yeah,
to do
I
an
want-
always sunny bid?
Yeah, I want you to do an Always Sunny bit.
Owen,
And just like plead fealty.
this is stupid. I'm not doing that.
Okay, see.
Oh, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Okay, I think
Pred
after
is-
we
I
do
think
the,
Pred
I think after we do
would
the
actually buy
five,
into it. I think
five
you-
names, you do it. After we give the 5 names, you do it.
Yeah, I think you just absolutely fucking fall to your knees and you're just like, I'm playing both sides. I'll do whatever it takes to come out on top. I'll do whatever you want, boss.
Yeah.
And then he'll
Just
be like,
do-
but you told me you're playing both sides. You'll be like, oops.
Gotta come out on top.
Yeah, gotta come out on top. It'll work, man.
I couldn't hold it in for any longer is what you should say. That's a good one.
And then like maybe like
was-
cut your arm open or something to like do a blood oath.
So
you
yeah,
think I'm gonna cut my arm open?
Well, I think
I mean,
mayors can,
do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know. Do what you
What's
gotta
going
do.
on here?
Oh, we're
We're just
contesting.
talking. Bones just punched
He
me
said
in the
we
back
have
of the head.
Yeah, he said we pretty much have to.
Well, I'm thinking that's why you have Cassidy as like the backup plan.
Yeah.
He's what like you should actually just betray Bones, by the way, like real.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Being, fuck. How do I don't know how to say
You
it.
should just backstab the shit out of Bones in front of Brad.
The thing is, he's
to get him to like
Yeah.
believe you too.
thing is, you just everything that I say, you have to like disagree with me,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna get really mad and be like, "What the? You're
Just
my
fake it.
fucking
Yeah,
undersheriff."
fake the rift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is easy.
Yeah.
This is so easy.
You guys ever take
So
acting
you want him
classes?
to? So I'm gonna. So he'll.
You're undermining the fuck out of me
Yeah,
every
you
time we
undermine
talk to
So
him.
you want me to
Whenever
undermine
you're
the
in
fuck
front
out
of
of
Pred
you?
or anyone you think might be Pred adjacent, you just tell Bones to go fuck yourself and like hit the gritty on him or something.
Okay, maybe not the gritty part, 'cause that's not believable.
not-
Cassie's
you're
more
not
of a type to
not a
like hit the
gritty guy?
fingal dance. No, he's a
Okay.
fingal dance guy.
Okay, fingal dance then.
Yeah, that one. He's that type of guy.
Yeah, that's not the fingal dance, but that's similar.
But it's similar.
yeah, it's got the same kind of like, I don't know how to dance at a club type beat.
That's a crab dance.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see the feet. You see the feet.
Yeah.
So, and then the hand movement. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I'm obviously at a club for the first time.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck this up, but I do feel the need to dance.
Okay, so Owen, you don't want to contest it. We'll just have Nakota probably do it.
I mean, I'm whatever. Like, I don't.
I just thought it would be cool, like a private citizen do it, not somebody in the BCSO.
But it's anonymous, so does it even matter?
Is it
No.
anonymous?
I said, oh my god, dude! I swear to fucking
I know,
god,
I
no one
know
ever's
you said
listened to me.
that, but it's
I've
just
done
like-
this before already. It's anonymous. You give it to Angel. You don't see the signatures.
Wait a
Only
minute.
she
And
we'll
does.
blame-
Hey,
and then we can
what
blame
the
it on
fuck?
you.
This guy's
we
bitching
just
about
blame it
no
on
one
you?
listening, but I actually listened, and he
I
said
listened.
nobody
Everybody-
right in
Sorry,
front of
Owen.
me.
Sorry, Owen.
You're either
Okay.
calling me a nobody.
See, this is
or you
what me
didn't
and you
listen.
need to
You're a
do,
hypocrite.
Cassie. We gotta argue.
I
like
didn't
that.
mean you. I
What
meant
is that
earlier,
gonna
like
accomplish?
earlier
If
today
he'll
when we
make
had a
me the
meeting.
sheriff, and then what? I
Yeah.
make you under sheriff?
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
make him under sheriff right away.
Yeah.
Unless he can
Fuck
change. Unless
yeah.
he can like reappoint.
Well, what if he
Are you
goes? I
sure?
need another 5 names.
Can't. He has to pick from the 5 we give him, which is why my name shouldn't be on there.
No, your name should be there.
No,
No,
Hello,
you're better.
princess, I
Best
gotta give you a
option.
call.
Don't worry, I will be the sheriff.
Yes, mustard.
Huge.
Huge.
Why
Put
wouldn't you
mustard on
put?
there.
Why wouldn't you put Dakota's name on there?
I have a
I-
feeling that Pred would pick me to.
Great,
Brief me.
Why is that a bad thing?
great. That's great.
Because I don't want to be sheriff. I want
What-
them
is
to be
there-
sheriff.
Can you just like step
Okay.
down and make them sheriff instantly, or is that like?
No,
not-
I don't think so. I
Just
don't
put
think
us
Make
so.
them
under
shadow
sheriff.
sheriff?
Put us under sheriff or
Just,
deputy sheriff.
Just be like, I'm sheriff now. I'm control. I make a co-sheriff, and I choose to change my. Oh yeah, you can just do like something like some specific SOP that like the actual sheriff is to be referred to as lieutenant.
Do what we did with
And
Cornwood.
then this new rank, this rank I just made.
We did this with Cornwood.
Yeah. you just make like
Actually,
a-
we did this with Cornwood. Cornwood was captain, but we treated him the same as the undersheriff.
All right, perfect. We're gonna do that strat.
New SOP, guys. Sheriff is now to be referred to as lieutenant, and this one specific position that was previously janitor is now the sheriff. You just call it sheriff, and he wears the stars.
And then I'll be janitor.
Yeah, and you'll be a janitor.
Nice.
Huge.
Yeah, you swap.
This is great.
It
bro.
doesn't work though if Fred can just like immediately reappoint. And is there like a cooldown on when he can appoint people?
Well, if he starts doing hot potato with the sheriff position,
Then we
that's
can
when we can
amend
start
it.
impeaching people. No, that's when
What's
we
the-
start impeaching.
No, but can't we just amend Andy's
gross
legislation?
negligence. Wait, what?
For appointing
Can
two
we-
sheriffs and week?
Well, if he just removes somebody for no reason, I mean, like no one's been impeached yet, basically, because no one wants to go down that rabbit hole of actually going through with removing someone. But if you like, let me say, Owen, if you, from an outsider perspective, you saw someone appoint somebody sheriff, and then a week later they remove them, and couldn't give you a coherent reason on why they did it, would you start to ask questions about the person in power?
Yeah, but is that a legal standard for like incompetence?
You don't have-
or is that
you don't
just
have-
like unsettling?
You don't have to break the law to get found guilty at an impeachment hearing.
I'm not saying
There's
breaking
no
the
crime,
law. I'm
but
just saying like what is impeachment defined as? It's like when you're not
there's
stable.
5 different standards. Yeah, there's like if you get a felony, if you act outside of the purview of your job as a government official, gross negligence. What are the other two? Let me double check.
It's definitely not a felony to appoint two sheriffs. It's
Yeah.
definitely not outside of the purview unless there's a specific law saying you can't do that. And then I don't think it's gross negligence to appoint two different sheriffs within like a short time span. It's just like not stable. If you did
Dereliction
three,
of duty. Yeah, dereliction of duty, exceeding the mandate of your office, constitutional breach, general corruption, and cumulative misconduct.
maybe if you could get him for 3 different sheriffs in like a short time span. I think 2 is kind of understandable because there's some like you gotta understand he's gonna lie about it first of all. He'll just say like I appointed
Violation of
Cassidy,
oath as well.
and then Cassidy
Sorry.
turned out to be like I don't know, like a foot person or something, and then, you know, so he's gonna make shit up, you know.
Why do people always say that about me?
I don't know, it's something about you. Anyway, yeah, I think you gotta convince Cassidy to slime ball this shit up.
Okay,
That's really,
slime it up.
yeah, I mean you gotta contest it, like you know.
Yeah,
what
we're
I was saying.
contesting it.
But you gotta, I think Cassidy should slime ball it up and just backstab you in front of everybody.
Got any calls that you
Calls?
can make?
Yes.
Yeah, we need.
My fucking phone, dude, it turned into trash. I told you.
Owen, can I put you down for a signature on the petition?
Do I actually have to sign something, or am I just like verbally?
If you tell me that I can put your name down, then I'll put your name down.
Sure.
All right, beautiful. They're
Okay.
these guys are
Malcolm Nakoda,
done.
is there ever a world that where there can be added stipulations to legislation about the selection of the sheriff?
Yeah, they can
Like-
do it. They could do that now. If Fred wanted to, he could adjust it. And
Okay,
make
he's
it.
done.
Because like
What,
I feel
John
like
hurting himself?
I told him. I
the
told him that
people
the
that
sponsors don't
he can
approve
pick from should
that,
have
so,
at least have attained the rank of deputy and it had at least served like a month in the department before being considered for the head of the department.
Yeah, it's the only stipulation right now is active LEO.
The problem is the only person who can amend it to include that would be Fred, who would directly not want that. You know, he's like simultaneously the only person who could amend it to include that, and also the only person who would not want that.
Yeah.
No, we can do it.
Anyone put forward
Does
legislative
anyone have?
changes?
Does anyone
we
have
could amend it.
by the
Mayor would
way,
have to
I'm
approve it,
sorry.
right?
I might, but I don't know. You can check. It right There's the
Maybe.
chance.
I don't think so.
What does the mayor do then?
They can put in
Yells.
legislation of their own.
Oh,
I think we can amend current legislation though.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, you
okay.
could try that. Might as well. Just
I mean,
do
we
two things at
should-
once.
we should amend it and contest it?
We have to contest it first, then it has to pass, then we'll amend it after if we want to.
Okay, nice.
You on board for the slime ball thing or what, Cassidy?
Yeah.
What's the slime ball?
We gotta like
you-
backstab Bones publicly in front of him next opportunity. Just make him look like
I'm not
an
gonna
idiot.
backstab Bones.
Do it.
public.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
You gotta do it for Bones.
You have to. It's either you or me. And you
Can I
got
ask
the
a
best
question
odds.
though? What's the benefit of doing the backstab in public
It's
though?
like
Like, what does
a-
that gain us?
Because
Well,
what-
it's like
out
a
of 5
reserve
names,
plan
what
in
if-
case.
what if- yeah, out of 5 names, what if you just pick
Are you
the-
whispering, Bones?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
Why are you
okay.
whispering?
So we're having a public fake backstab in the hopes that he picks that person because he likes
Yeah.
the backstab.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So like Bones and his camp, like including you, Dakota, all do the publicly resist him and like try to get him to not be able to appoint a shitty sheriff. And then
Right.
Cassidy makes himself available as the shitty sheriff to be appointed
Yeah.
by backstabbing Bones, thus, securing, hopefully both sides. He's playing both sides.
Yeah.
Playing both sides. Got it.
Uh-huh.
But you guys are
But
playing both sides.
basically, here's the problem. Me and Cassidy do everything together.
Yeah, we gotta have like a giant rift for him.
Okay, so big problem.
Either that, or you gotta find someone else you trust that could be a slime ball. That
Dakota.
Well, he's not gonna do it. He's just sad, and also he's not
All
a
right.
believable actor. No offense,
Lucas,
but
Lavender.
there's
Lavender.
no way Dakota has the acting chops to actually pull it off.
Declan.
Cassidy, I think, is a little dramatic enough that he could try it.
I don't
Okay.
think they would even believe that I would ever backstab Bones. It's just not my
You-
style.
You just don't believe it in your heart either. I could tell.
Yeah,
You don't got it in you.
Yeah, we
You know,
never
people would
backstab
believe that I
somebody.
would do it to him.
Yeah, I believe it, man. I think you got it in you. You seem slimy enough, man.
Look at your hair, bro. You do
Yeah.
it.
What the fuck?
There's just like you could like pull it off. I think you got like the acting, like drama. Do some jazz hands. Acting warm up. See?
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't
Oh,
tell
yeah.
me you don't buy that.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know what
actually
jazz
think
hands
he's
were.
doing
I didn't,
jazz hands right
I didn't even
there.
know what jazz.
I actually
jazz
thought he was
hands
doing
were.
jazz hands right there.
I didn't know what that was.
Doing jazz
But
hands.
he knew exactly.
He
what to do.
went right for the jazz hands. This guy's got acting
did.
chops.
What to
He
do with
can do it.
jazz hands, man? What
I
do you want me to
know-
do? I mean,
I
you asked
now
for jazz
know
hands, you're gonna
I
get
know
jazz
jazz
hands.
hands.
And you know what? I got what I asked for. I think you can pull it off, man. You just gotta like, whenever Bones, you gotta make it believable. Though. You can't just be like out of nowhere. You gotta like,
And I'll
You gotta
take
mix
2
some shit
months.
up.
I'll take like 2 weeks off too.
yeah.
Okay,
Start with
maybe a
never
week.
around.
Yeah. No. Well, no. That's
Maybe
like,
you could like come in like with some Hulk hands and be like, Bones told me to take them off, but now that he's not here, I'm gonna wear them. And then when Bones
no,
comes
no.
back in, he's like,
You want me
take
to
those
shut
off,
up with-
Cassidy, I told you. And you like punch him, and you get a big fight in front of everybody.
maybe I come around, but I'm like Cassie just makes me never want to wake up.
Well, that's not
What the
believable.
fuck?
You can't do that out of
You're
nowhere.
gonna
I don't
hate
know about
me,
that
I
one.
think.
You can't do that out of nowhere. You gotta like have some lead up to that. Like maybe, okay, I'm thinking this horse you
Cassidy
mentioned in the
makes me
cells
not
earlier.
wanna wake up.
This horse in the cells you mentioned, is that horse still on call?
I could get him on call. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
get
got
that
him.
horse back
Can you
in
get
the
that
cells.
horse back?
Cassidy shoots
Yeah, I
in
get
the
the
Cassidy
horse
shoots
back.
in the air twice in the cells, and you try to fire him. How about that?
1 second.
I
We
did
bring
that.
back the hitman and get him involved in this while we're at it.
I did that though.
Hitman's
shot in
gonna
the
hit.
air?
Hitman's gonna
No, I
hitman
fired
us.
a guy for doing this.
Oh, well then maybe vice versa. Maybe Bones shoots in the air in the cells,
And you fire me.
and then, you,
I
and
mean,
then you're
couldn't
like
you
pissed
just
off.
tell people you had a disagreement? I don't know if they have to witness it.
They have to. They seem very
It's
close
gotta
right
be
now.
public.
They gotta witness it. People gotta believe it. They gotta be.
Jenna,
People want to believe a story. You gotta tell them a story.
Jenna, you want to be sheriff?
Yeah, I'll be the sheriff.
All right. Who would you make your undersheriff and captain?
Leon Cassidy.
Okay, good.
Undersheriff or captain?
Both?
I can only have one.
Well, who wants to be the captain?
I'll be captain.
Okay, you can be the captain.
God,
cool.
Bones
You
is
have
such
to
a
wear a
rank
hat
chaser.
though, like a
Sure.
sailor, a captain's hat though. Okay.
Okay.
Then
that what they're
whenever you
called?
enter the
So-
room, you have to say, "I'm the captain now."
So we need a horse, and what do we need that horse to do?
Well, okay, the horses got to go
This-
back in the cells, and then you have to shoot in the air, Bones, because that we know that pisses Cassidy off. Everybody
Should I
knows
just
that.
ride around on a horse everywhere,
No,
and
man.
that could be
You're
like an
losing.
argument?
You're losing the plot, man. Listen,
I'm trying to.
horse in the cells.
track. Horse in the cells.
You shoot in the air, thus
Okay.
triggering Cassidy pissed off because he already fired that hitman guy for the same
Yeah.
thing you're doing right now,
I heard the hitman
And
guy's
then-
homeless now.
and then that starts the rift
He's
between
trying
you.
to kill us, right?
And I think this could be like the origination of like your backstabbing on Bones. Bones shoots in the cells, which we know pisses you off a lot.
Yeah, but that sets the standard of firing. So then I would have to fire.
Well, you can't fire him because you're the undersheriff,
I would
and
have
that's
to go
why
through
there's a
the
big rift and
impeachment
you want him gone. That's it. You know, it's a fireable offense, and it's the one guy you can't fire, and that's why you're pissed off.
But if it
and
is
you
a
wanna take
fireable
over.
offense, that means somebody can fire. Like the marshals can fire, maybe.
The marshals, are we actually still pretending to give a fuck with the marshals still? Real?
Yeah, real. Angel's
Why?
my OG.
Yawn.
Wow.
Marshals yawn. I'm saying it. Don't care.
Jeez, bro.
Who cares, man? Honestly.
Save the BCSF.
I
You
feel
could
like
save
what
the
if he
BCSL.
gets too lost in character and then he actually backstabs Bones though?
Well, that's okay still, because you still, you know, like, deep down.
Save the department. Yeah.
Did you have to do a whole arc where you're, like, trying to get him to remember who he is? Yeah,
When
well,
are
you
you
know,
doing
glad I
your
can help with
fight?
this. I think this whole shooting in the air thing is going to be big.
Thanks.
Thanks for the signature, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. I hate that guy still, Kyle Pred.